Hello and welcome to your 15-minute flow class today. We'll be working a lot on core, control, and incorporating the skill hip key into today's sequence. So this class is taken from a bigger series that I have that lives on my Aerial Yoga Life TV membership platform. The link for that one is down below. There are over 100 classes on the platform, many of which aren't on YouTube. So if you're looking for more variety in your practice, then I highly recommend checking that out in the description down below. But for now, let's get started. I'm gonna meet you behind the hammock. So let's come around behind the hammock. You're going to bring one leg all the way through, reach up. Sink the hips down so you can bring the knee into the chest and kick that left foot through as well. So we're starting in a seat for our flow today. If you would like to watch me for this first round so you can see what this flow is going to be, otherwise if you've already done this before, then feel free to get started with me. From your seat, nice long spine, long legs. You're gonna bring that right hand down by your waist. Left hand's gonna reach over to the right pole and stay nice and high. Start to swivel the hips towards the right, bend the left knee in. The hips are gonna catch the hammock. So that left knee pulling into the chest is almost like it's leaning into the hammock as you pull the knee and chest in towards each other. Keep that right leg nice and straight and reach the right hand out long. You're grabbing the hammock with your left hand. Let's take an inhale here. This is called fish pose. And a long exhale. Look up to the hand grip. You're gonna bring your left leg through the center. Reach up even higher than your left hand with your right hand. And then swivel the hips to the back. You're gonna release that left hand as the left knee points towards the ground. And we're here in a reverse. Look up to your right hand once more. Bring your grip onto that right pole once more with both hands. Flex both toes, straighten both legs. You're going to rotate the left hip on top of the right hip and keep the feet apart, which is going to control any spinning sensations or spinning movements in the hammock. Really pressing that left hip bone into the top of the hammock. If you feel safe here, you can engage that core, release the hands. And then you're going to grab back up onto the hammock and bring your left foot to the ground and behind you, sliding the hammock underneath that right knee. We're in a high lunge. Inhale, grip up a little higher, lengthen more through the spine, press both feet in towards the ground and towards each other. Engaging the core, can you lift your hands up and off the hammock and take some balance here? It's okay if those hands need to stay gripping the hammock, especially for this first round. You're gonna bring your left hand through the center of the hammock, press the back of your hand against the hammock, right hand's gonna reach behind you. So we're taking an open twist to the right. Take an inhale here, can you find length in the spine? As you exhale, you're gonna bring the right hand to lightly touch the back of your left leg. Your left hand's gonna reach up either onto the hammock as you lean back for reverse, or if you can engage a lot through the legs and the core, you can reach that left hand off the hammock and back. Take an inhale, come back to center, back into your high lunge, reach both hands high, and then swivel the left heel to the ground, toes are pointing to the long edge of the mat. Right hand this time dives through for a side angle, comes to the inner side of your right knee. You look up towards that left hand. Left hand can stay where it is or can reach the back part of the pole, the one that feels like it's behind you. Let's take an inhale right here. Stay for an exhale. As you inhale, can you lift your heart over your hips? You can stay connected to the hammock here to help you with balance. So see how the back of the shoulder is connected to the hammock? And we're in our warrior two. Coming into reverse, right hand's gonna reach up. Maybe you grab onto the hammock to help with balance. Left hand traces the left thigh. You can also play with balance by reaching the right hand up and off the hammock. Come back to center, high lunge. Both hands reach into the hammock. Swivel that left heel up. Straighten out the right leg. Bring more weight into your hand grip. Float those left toes. You're gonna pull yourself up, sliding the hammock up the leg. And then bring your left hip bone back on top of your right hip bone back into a hip key. And this time you might spin a little more if you cross that left leg over the top or even bend both knees. Beautiful, take a full breath in. You can release here if you feel safe and take a full breath out. Look up to the hammock, grab the hammock. Allow yourself to unwind. You're gonna reach up nice and high. Bring the hammock underneath that right knee. Pull the left knee in and kick through as you pull up into a seat. So we're back in our starting position. We're gonna do that 2 more times on the right side so you can get that muscle memory happening on one side, and then we'll transfer it over to the other side. So meeting in a seat, take an inhale, reset, exhale. Coming into fish pose, right hand comes down, left hand reaches up onto that right pole. Left knee pulls in as you swivel the hips to the right and touch the hammock with your hips. Right hand releases. Take a full breath in, full breath out, fish pose. Coming into reverse, look up to the hammock, bring that left leg through the center, reach up higher with your free hand, and then release your left hand to the back of the space. Beautiful. Keep extending through the right leg that's in the hammock. Hip key, grab your hammock with both hands. Straighten both legs, flex the toes. You're gonna swivel the left hip on top of your right hip and then pull those knees in towards your chest as you pull your chest in towards your knees for a hip key. You can stay grabbing the hammock or you can release here. Beautiful. Look up, grab the hammock. You're gonna, with control, reach up nice and high and then bring that left foot to step behind you as you slide the hammock underneath the right knee. Take an inhale, find length through the spine, high lunge. As you exhale, twist and open to the right, left hand draws forward. As you inhale, reverse, left hand reaches up, maybe keeps connected to the hammock, maybe it balances. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, high lunge, reach both hands high. Then exhale, swivel the left heel to the ground, right hand comes through the center to the inner part of that right knee, left hand reaches up. Take an inhale here. Stay for the exhale. As you inhale, reverse, right hand reaches up and over. You can stay connected to the hammock or balance. And then coming back to center, both hands reach onto the hammock, lift that left heel, straighten the right leg, back into your hip key. Can you pull up to slide the hammock down the leg? Left leg wraps on top of the right as you lean the left hip bone into the hammock. So left hip stacked on the right. Take one full breath in here and one full breath out. Look up, reach up, coming back onto the hammock. Reaching up, slide the hammock underneath the knee, back into a seat, kick that left foot through, back into a seat. One more time on the right side. Fish pose, grabbing the right pole with both hands, bend that left knee in, swivel the hips to the right, release the right hand. Reverse, look up, bring that left leg through, reach up high with the right hand, release that left hand to the back of the space. Hip key, grab onto that hammock again, straighten both legs, keeping the feet apart with control. Lift that left hip bone on top to lean into the hammock. Look up, reach up, high lunge, bring the left foot to step behind you. As you come into a high lunge, inhale. As you exhale, twist and open to the right. As you inhale, one breath sends you into reverse, left hand reaches up and over. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down and through, side angle, right arm on the inside of that right leg. Reverse, right hand reaches up and through. And then exhale, high lunge back to the top of the space. Straighten the right leg, pulling up. And coming into a hip key, left leg wraps on top of the right. So you lean that left hip bone in front. You can release here, take a full breath in and take a full breath out. Look up, reach up. Coming back into your seat with control. Kick that left leg through, back into your seat. All right, 3 times to the left. So it's gonna feel, if you haven't done any of these movements before, it's gonna feel like you're learning them like a whole new thing that you've never done before on the left side. So coming into a seat, beautiful, nice and engaged through the body. Left hand comes down beside the waist, right hand comes over to the left pole, nice and high. Bend your right knee in towards your chest and then start to swivel the hips, sliding them across the hammock until that right hip bone catches the hammock. Your left hand releases out long. Take a full breath in here. Take a full breath out, nice and strong and long through the body. Straighten that leg, the left leg. You're gonna bring that right foot through the center, look up to the hammock, reach up even higher with your left hand, and then turn the hips to the back as you release that right hand to the back as well. Your right knee is pointing the ground, toes touching your left knee. Look up to the hammock, reach up with both hands, flex the toes, keep the feet apart, control your hip key. So you pull that right hip bone on top of your left to catch the hammock and lean into it. And if you feel safe, you can practice letting go here as you balance, or you can stay hanging onto the hammock. Look up, reach up, high lunge, With control, bring that right leg step behind you. Slide a hammock underneath the knee. High lunge, inhale, reach up. Stay there for the exhale. Inhale, prepare. And then as you exhale, dive that right hand through the center. Press the back of the hand into the hammock. Left hand reaches behind you. It's twisting to the left. Take a full breath in here. Stay for that full breath out. Next, inhale, right hand's gonna trace up onto the hammock. Lean back. Left hand's gonna trace onto that right leg. You might even lift that right hand up and off the hammock for balance, to play with balance, I should say. Come back into a high lunge, inhale, both hands onto the hammock. Swivel your right heel to the ground. Beautiful, setting up the legs, squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. You're gonna open up your arms to a T. Send that left hand through the center until the back of your arm is on the inner side of your shoulder, of your knee. Right hand's reaching up, you can grab onto the hammock. Opening up through the heart, take an inhale. Stay here for the exhale. Next, inhale, come into a warrior two. Arms come to a T, parallel with the ground. And then reverse, left hand reaches up and over. You can grab onto the hammock as the right hand is placed on that right thigh with no weight. Or you can lift that left hand to play with balance. Come back into a high lunge, both hands grip the hammock, swivel the hips back to the front. Bring weight to the hand grip, start to float the right toes. Pulling up, slide the hammock underneath, higher up the leg. And swivel that right hip on top, wrapping the right leg over the left for your hip key. You can stay grabbing the hammock or maybe you play with releasing. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Look up, reach up. Coming into a seat, lower the hips down so you can bring the hammock underneath the knee and then kick that right leg all the way through, back into your seat. 2 more times on the left side. I'm gonna come to the left. So both hands come over to the left, grip the left pole, right knee comes in, swivel the hips over to the left, releasing that left hand. Your right leg's gonna send through into a reverse, reach up nice and high with your left hand as you release the right limbs towards the ground. Straighten both legs, flex the toes, grip back onto the hammock. Control your hip key by bringing the feet, keeping the feet far apart from each other as you lean the right hip bone on top of the left, catching the hammock. Look up, reach up. Coming into your high lunge, land that right foot with control behind you. High lunge, reaching up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist and open to the left, right hand comes through the center. As you inhale, reverse, right hand comes back, up and over as you lean slightly back. Come back into high lunge, both hands reach up. Swivel that right heel to the ground. Take an inhale. As you exhale, send that left hand through, side angle to the inside of the left knee, reach the right hand height. Inhale, reverse, left hand reaches up and over. And then come back into your high lunge, both hands grip the hammock. Coming into your hip key, pulling up, slide the hammock up the leg. And wrap that right leg over the top of the left for your hip key. You can release the hammock here. Take an inhale and take a full exhale. Look up, reach up. Coming into a seat, dip the hips down to slide the hammock down, knee into the chest and kick that right leg through back into a seat. One more time. So fish pose first. Bring that right knee in, hands over to the left. Fish pose, lean the hips to the left, reach that left hand out long. Looking up, bring that right leg through the center, reverse. Left hand reaches higher so you can release the right hand to the back of the space. Straighten both legs, flex the toes. Bring both hands back onto the hammock. Keep the feet apart, control your hip key. Super strong, leaning that right hip bone to catch the hammock. Look up, reach up, high lunge. Gripping both sides, stepping that right foot back with control. Bring the hammock underneath the knee. Take an inhale here, high lunge. As you exhale, twist and open to the left. Then inhale, reverse, right hand reaches up and over. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, left hand comes through for side angle. And then inhale, reverse, left hand up and over. Beautiful, high lunge, reach both hands onto the hammock. Hip key, pulling up, slide hammock up the leg and then cross that right leg over the top of the left leg, hip key. Take one full breath in and one full breath out. Look up, reach up. Coming back, meeting in a seat. Sliding a hammock under the leg and kick that right leg through, meeting the seat. Coming all the way out, feet to the ground. We'll take a ragdoll, so keep the hammock behind you. Lean the shoulders into the hammock, letting the head relax towards the ground. You might shake the head out. You might take a little sway through the shoulders. Take a full breath in. Full breath out, come to center. Coming to standing, coming all the way out. So that is your flow class for today. I hope you had fun. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. If you want more core, then I highly recommend taking this class over here. But if you kind of had enough and you're like, hey, I need to like chill out, then I recommend taking this class over here. More core, less core.